Okay.
Cool.
What we should do with this? What does it do? Okay, sorry, that's unprofessional. Okay, so here's the deal, Neil. So we're gonna run through it top to bottom.
Sure.
Right, there's a little more focus on delivery than there was last time. That's cool. It's an iterative process. So if you're ready, I'm going to hit start, and then we're going to get to go.
Okay, ready.
It's now my pleasure to introduce you guys to Tappi.
Hi everybody, we're Tappi. We're the next generation of photo-based conversational platform for groups. We all have the habit of capturing a beautiful moment in your life and share it to a group of people. And let's see what the current options are. We use text messages. But the problem with text messages, a photo stays in a small message bubble and it disappears as people keep talking about it. If a group member joins in 2 minutes later, he or she might not even notice the photo exists. We also have platforms like GroupMe, which is built for group messaging. But also that platform is not designed for sharing photos to groups. That's why a lot of people turn to Snapchat. Snapchat is great for photo sharing, but again, it's not designed for photo sharing to a group of people. It's great to have individual photo messaging, but still it's not designed for sharing photo to a group. That's why Tappi is designed just for sharing a unique experience of sharing a photo to a group of people you care about. This is what happens when you take a picture using our product. We've built a totally customizable camera with real-time filters that just make your photo look 100 times better. Even though you're not a professional photographer, that's not a problem. We got that figured. And when you share the photo to your group can conversate right on the photo. All the comments flow right over the photo. It's a unique user experience. Even if you join 2 minutes later, you can engage right away. And when you want to add comments, or add drawings, or share your own photo, you can do it right here, right on the photo. And even if you don't have time to engage, you can simply press on the little heart button to like the photo, to show some appreciation. We extend the user experience beyond sharing and commenting on the photo. Because we understand group messaging is going to have a lot of photos being shared, so we also built this perfect photo management system for groups. In here, you can see all the photos you shared and all the photos you liked in one place. And we store all that photo into our servers so that it does not take any of your phone space. And we understand that a lot of times when you wanted to find a photo, let's say you want to find a photo in your photo roll, it's a pain in the ass. We all have that situation where you want to share a photo to your friend, and then you start finding it in your photo roll, and just constantly scrolling and hoping to spot that photo. That's why we think the best search photo functionality within groups. Because in Tappi, when you share the photo, people are going to conversate about it. So we turn the keywords in those conversations into search words. Let's imagine you shared a photo of your daughter's 5th birthday and you send it to your group. And your group member is going to say things like, happy birthday, oh, she's 5 years old. And keywords like happy birthday and 5 years old, we use them as search words. So if you want to find that photo 2 months later, just tap on the search button and type in happy birthday, and you will find that photo in no time. Now let's look at the market size. Right now there are 100 million millennials in the United States, and 44% of them using cameras more than 1 time a day. And 76% of those photos ended up onto social medias. And that is 33 million photos being shared every day. Because we consider ourselves as a group messaging platform, so we did a comparison with major social media like Facebook, Instagram, with messaging platforms like WhatsApp and Snapchat. And from this graph, we can clearly see that messaging platforms are catching fire. By the year of 2015, about 75% of the total photos captured on mobile is shared through messaging apps. And let me just briefly introduce our journey. When we got into Dreamit, our first iteration, we shipped it to the App Store. It's public beta, and we had over 1,500 beta users constantly using the app and giving us feedback. And 3 weeks later, we did our second iteration, and we launched it to App Store at the second public beta, and then we had 3,000 beta testers giving us feedback. And the current version of Tappi is our third iteration. We work very hard, we work very fast. We do fast iterations based on users' feedback. This is a brief introduction of our group members. I'm the co-founder and developer. Previously, I worked with Fly Labs and developed 2 apps that's been featured by Apple as best new apps. My co-founder, William, he's used to be a software engineer at Facebook and co-founded Urango.com. And our business developer, Adriel, who has a lot of experience in business development, and our community manager, Blake, who used to be backpacking around the world for 4 years talking to people. And currently, we're raising $200,000 to keep working on this and to make it happen. And we believe we can offer the best and the most unique user experience for sharing photo to groups. Thank you very much.
Okay, cool. About 20 seconds over, that's fine. We can totally work this. Okay. Either way, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's coming together. I think.
Can I sit?
Yeah, you can
sit. I mean, there are parts of it.
What do you guys taking notes?
I mean, there definitely are parts of it that still need work. I mean, I feel like the opening is still not where it needs to be, and getting there. But I still don't think you have to. I mean, we'll go through the specifics. But I feel like the opening was not as strong as it needs to be, and then the demo. Also, I mean, that's probably ultimately be a video.
Yeah, it will be a video.
But I mean, most of the pieces are coming together, but still needs some polish.
Okay, so I like the energy. It's good. You came out off the bat. You sounded kind of stoked about it, which is good. Sometimes I have to tell people to amp it up. Are you presenting or your partner presenting?
I'm presenting.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. Because there were 1 or 2 teams like, oh, I want to switch off. And I'm like, one of you guys, you should both be able to do it, but one of you guys should be like the primary guy that we're drilling. Yeah, so that was good. I'm ready to jump in slide by slide. Okay, so we're going to bring up the individual slides. That's cool too. By the way, are you going to continue using SlideBean for this, or are you ultimately going to export it and?
We switched to PowerPoint. SlideBean kept deleting our slides.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's listen. I can get you in touch with Kaya, and he would like, or Vinny, and they would like that feedback.
Okay. Was that a Dreamit company?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know. Like, I've never had that issue before. So it may be if you're a PebCat. Have you heard that yet?
No.
Problem exists between keyboard and chair. It means you may be just hitting the wrong button.
It's actually because both of us were working on it together.
Oh yeah, you can't. It's not good if you're both logged in at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go through this. Did you intentionally capitalize groups and make it bold, or?
Yeah, I did that.
Okay. I don't think you need to do that. I think you can just lowercase. I mean.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think it's. I mean, again, if you're going the group route, I think it's okay. If you want to call out that this is for groups, I don't have a problem with it. Although I still think you should be using your logo here as opposed to just generic.
Yeah,
Tappi.
we wanted to, but SlideBean doesn't allow you to like add a logo and a header at the same time. So but when we do PowerPoint, we will add a logo.
You do a header and a logo on PowerPoint. I mean on SlideBean. Doesn't matter. Let's worry about that in a moment. Yeah, you got 6 words on this page, so I don't think you need to bold one, but that's your call.
Okay.
Let's keep going. Wow, that's kind of faded out. It's very bright. So On this one, I would just assume have these as 3 separate slides,
2 separate.
and you can go from one to the other. And I think these would all look better as animations. So the idea, like, show me as I text that photo disappears.
Okay.
All right. I think that would be better. Hey, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think being more dynamic and having it separate things. I mean, there was you said a lot here. Yeah, with just to be talking with one slide, it does have to be a little more visual.
Okay, just keep going.
Actually, it's a good question. I mean,
Go back.
not totally critical, but on GroupMe, like if you join later, you can still get the history, right?
Yeah.
Because I thought you said that you couldn't.
You might not be noticed there's a photo because the screen is filled with texts.
Yeah.
Well, so in your case, you may not notice there were older photos.
Yeah. But we have like a notification when you enter their group. If there are unseen photos, we're notified it's like 2 photos unseen that you can tap on it.
I mean, you don't want to get to
Yeah,
that level of
sure.
detail. You may simply want to say, and by the way, if you join a GroupMe midway through, you never even noticed that there was a photo in it.
Yeah.
So,
Again, I just don't know if that's enough. That's compelling, enough. I mean, it's just a better. I mean, just visually, just a better experience than GroupMe, right? I mean, if you put you next to GroupMe, yours just looks a lot more vibrant.
so that brings, so ultimately you want to put this in an iPhone or frame, right?
And a video. Yes.
And I think this should also be the animation. And I think you should add the mustache and whatever, the pirate hat or whatever it is. Just show how the conversation evolves. And then, maybe it even swipes over and you show it change to another photo. Right? And the text is like, check out my bubble, and there's somebody else blowing a bigger bubble, or bubble gum, right?
Okay, but I still think you can do better than the bubble.
Yeah.
Bubble baby.
Yeah.
Bubble boy.
He just thinks she's hot.
I mean, I can't really argue with that, but
But it's just like it doesn't. I don't know. I mean, it's not like.
they're effective.
Yeah, but it's just to me, it's not like that's not what you would use this for. Is to send some person blowing a bubble.
So this feels like the photo you get in the frame that you buy at the store.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel real.
Yeah.
We'll change that.
We were thinking of doing like a video of like maybe one of us with like a puppy sending the picture. Be like,
Should I buy it?
Just got it. Oh yeah, something like that. That us responding, drawing on
Yeah,
it.
that would be fine.
Just showing like a use case in a video.
We picture like Blake passed out at the house, and you're off to take a photo of him. It's like, should I draw this mustache on him? This whole part, I mean, like, I'm way down in the wrong territory for this. Right? Photo management is a totally different business, and it's warmer in Siberia than it is if you're trying to sell this, and it's so like not what you do. I just cut it all. I mean, is there anything here that you would keep, Mark?
Well, the problem is, I mean, you're not really. The idea is that you don't. This replaces you. This is where you take all your photos. I mean, that's not really what you're doing.
Yeah.
So I mean, the thing with the meta tags is cool. I mean, it's a cool feature. But it gets a little confusing because it makes it seem like
Makes sense.
this is like your way to store all the photos. So I mean, can you, as part of your video demo, like show that as part of it, that you can get to the older photos, but people say, oh, that's really slick, that's cool.
Got it. Yeah.
But I don't think I would highlight it as like.
Yeah, the most I would do is, and by the way, we tag all the photos that you share this way with keywords from the conversation. So if you ever need to go back, it's as simple as typing a few phrases.
Just that can be your video, and just like you typed in, puppy and new puppy and show that.
And that would be like the most I would do about it.
Got it.
Okay. But by the way, that's 45 seconds you just saved between these two things. Let's keep going. These are actually great stats. I'd break them up into just 4 slides and bang through them.
Oh, another thing actually also, I wouldn't, the part about the filters to make the pictures look great.
Oh yeah, filters out.
Okay.
I start thinking Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just there's so many ways you can lead somebody down the wrong path, and then they start thinking about stuff that you don't want them to. They get confused.
Got it.
So this could be, basically 4 slides, bang, right? Market size is used 100 million millennials. Is that 44% of them or 44% of the U.S.?
Millennials.
44% of millennials use their camera at least 1 time a day. 76% of them share photos on social media. Next slide, there's a total of 33 million photos shared every day. I think that's fine. 4 quick slides. Next one. You spend way too much time on this one. I think all you want to say here is this is a massive trend, right? You can see the growth in photos shared just over the past couple of years alone. And I flip the chart here, so it's up and to the right. What do you think? You could argue it's not even necessary, but I think it's useful. I think it's meaningful. Okay.
We haven't worked on the charts on this one.
Yeah, I was going to say you need some graphics here.
But also I didn't love what you were saying, that it was version 1 had it just almost seemed like you were reading a box score. Version 1 had 1,000 users, version 2 had 3,000 users, version 3. Doesn't really add anything.
How would you do it?
I mean, I would rather probably. I don't think the journey is as interesting as again, if there were other engagement, I mean, maybe you don't have them. I guess that's the problem. But if there were more engagement numbers of 1,000 users in each one, we just started a closed beta. We've been iterating. And now we just launched the beta of this, and engagement is out off the charts.
When did you first put out What's Up?
March 8th.
Okay. So March 8th now, how would you feel about something that looked like this, right? You got your timeline here. You got kind of phases, sort of, right? And this is, March. And this is, V1.0, bare bones, early version, virality just non-existent, right? But that was here. And then next one will be 2.0, right? And that's where, and this brings you up to August, whatever, and then whatever, and this is
right. But
3.0, and then you can just list here the things that you're changing.
Yeah, but again, I think this axis, it's more impressive as this is the kind of engagement per user, as opposed to just the number of users.
Then I was going to be, you can have other stats across here, right? Time per session, right? And showing them growing that way.
Well, that the actual y-axis is time per user, or
you could have 2 lines.
Because to me, it's again, going from 1,000 to 3,000, it's still really small.
Yeah.
So I think, but if you could show that, we're iterating and people are using it, they're becoming more and more engaged, to me that's more interesting.
Okay, so crunch a couple of the other stats, time per session, usage per week, right? Retention rate, viral coefficient, how many of them came from other sources. And it could be a different stat each time. If it went from here to here, the big jump was, percentage of people who received the tap that ultimately downloaded, and it went from 0 because you couldn't, right, to X%. And then, so you want to show something that you're getting it. Do we know what's going in those other boxes? We got those.
We're still working on.
What did you say about Blake? He's something about backpacking?
Yeah.
What did you say?
I don't know if you even need to really go about what we all worked on. Just leave the slide.
So if you don't.
University of Wisconsin, the logo is going to stand out weird compared to all your Cornell ones.
Wisconsin's a good school. I like my business.
So hold on. So Fly is actually in every iPhone release.
Exactly.
So I think I like the way you started. Not everyone knows it, but I think you could say, I'm Tom. I previously worked at Fly, a Dream Accelerated company whose app is now in every iPhone sold. And my co-founder Will worked at what?
So every iPhone in the
Every
Apple Store.
Oh, every iPhone in the Apple Store. Like every demo.
Demo phone, yeah.
Yeah.
iPads as well.
Well, you can say it's an app now with over how many millions of users, and it's on every iPhone demo in the Apple Store. My co-founder Will, deep back, spent X years at Facebook, and you don't have to go through every person in the team. And Adriel and Blake round out the team with business development, community management, or round out the business side of the team.
Or maybe just introduce yourself, like this is my team. How much is it really going into the organization?
Well, you don't have a lot of other stuff, so you're partly selling the team.
I like that he said that we work really fast. I like that he said like those little parts about the team through, just letting you know that we are committed and we're all here.
Yeah, but I think the part about how fast you work, I think, came out on the prior non-slide.
With the demo video, if I had a little bit of time to.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out. Sorry, do you and Will have actual roles other than co-founder?
Yeah, Will's the CEO, and I'm like the head of the product.
Okay, so you may just want to put it there.
Okay.
The presumption will be everybody up there is a co-founder. So I would just, say CEO, head of development, product, whatever you want to call it. And Adriel will find you a photo without a tie.
Andrew hates ties.
We're startups.
Yeah. We were flip-flops.
Yeah. Okay.
What about that number?
200,000? Well, you're missing the dollar sign. And
Seems low.
you raise what you need, right? So what do you need to keep going to get to the next milestone and give you a little bit of runway beyond that to raise money against it?
Yeah, I think we need to sit down and plan that out. Part of it is obviously going to be hiring people for Android and other platforms. I think it's going to be a lot more expensive than we realize. I think hiring Android developers would be maybe $150K if that's going to be good.
I don't think it's that much, especially, you're looking for early hires, so I don't think 150K,
Yeah,
80K, 60K, some equity.
Equity.
Yeah. Like you get a CTO for like $100,000 plus 5%. Depending who you get.
We'll look at every little stats.
That's it.
Any other information
but the
you
question-
can put with the founder, email, and the number, or
So
do we have like our website on there? And
You should have the available in the App Store, thing.
thing on there. Okay.
And by the way, that should be on the contact slide, which should be next, right?
Yeah.
So your website, founders at, your Twitter handle, meaningful. Telephone number is your call, no pun intended there, and available on the iPhone store. Okay. Other kind of overview questions. Anything else that we haven't talked about?
The amount, I guess, again, you have to think about what you need, but also how, so you guys can survive also. How long, again, ideally you want to have at least, it's giving you another, 12 months or 18 months at the minimum. So 200K is only going to give you, 6 months, and nobody wants to invest in something that's going to run out of money in 6 months.
So 12 to 18 months, like runway we should get.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you, from your perspective? Is there anything else that's not clear, questions, things you thought about that you didn't do that you want to ask us about?
Just one point is, right when I just, maybe later on, working on the video, should it be, it's good to just touch on all the features we built, but should I just focus the video entirely just on the group photo sharing feature?
What do you mean? What feature?
You mean the conversations with the photo background?
Yeah, because I want, maybe with the video it's a lot easier to just show like the features and the photo management aspect of it.
As I said, I think it's okay to touch on it if it's cool and slick and something no one's ever seen before. I just don't think you don't make it like this is going to replace. You don't want people to think this is going to replace where you store all your photos. Storing it in the cloud, all that. Like you don't have to say the storing in the cloud business, because then you're starting to think like, is this Shutterfly? Like what is this?
Is it Dropbox? Is it Instagram? Is it any one of 17 zillion photo storage solutions that crashed and burned, in 2012? Yeah, so I wouldn't go that. The more interesting part that you might add in on the demo is and this is only like a 5-second or 10-second read through, is how you can go friends and friends of friends, right? It's really easy to connect, bring in friends of your friends, and then form groups on the fly. Okay? I mean, there are 4 groups you can show, and maybe you don't have it yet, you just mock it up as part of the video. At the end of it, where it says, would you like to add these 3 people to a group? Because otherwise, there's nothing else in your presentation that reinforces that it's for groups. As part of a conversation, if there are 3 people in the groups, how do you visually telegraph that this comment's from Mark and that comment's from Andrew, without it just saying, boom, Andrew, boom, Mark?
It has the profile picture and the name above the message.
Do you have that in, does GroupMe have a picture?
Group picture?
Does GroupMe have a picture?
When you're actually in the middle of a back and forth?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it does.
It does? Oh, okay.
Big profile picture?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I mean that's not so special.
Okay, no, I just wanted to make sure that it was obvious. Okay.
I mean, also when you're thinking about this part and stats and everything, I don't know if you have this yet, but like if you could show, the problem is obviously the new version is not going to be out to the public for, most like a day. I don't know. Are you pushing it today? The test flight version. What happened with that?
We're pushing it before Friday because we're always working on finishing up the onboarding process.
All right. So let's say it's Friday.
Yeah.
And how many people will the test flight go to?
Right now we have 30 people on test flight, but also we have, because it's an update, we'll have the 3,000 plus users.
Right. Because to me, ideally, if you could show that, again, the engagement all of a sudden, even is starting, with this new version, the engagement, we just launched a new version a week ago, and engagement is, 5x what it was before. Something like that would be impressive. Because again, you're not going to impress anyone with the raw number of users.
Yeah.
So if you can impress them that, okay, these people, were kind of using it, and now they're really using it. I mean, it's got to be true, obviously, but that's why just getting it in their hands as quick as you can is so important.
Okay.
So so definitely ask about the expedited review, like we talked about yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
why.